very, very patiently. What's up, man? Why you cheesing so much? Man, your teeth is boy. Your
How
ass
you doing, Mark?
is a motherfucker, boy. What's up?
How
What is?
you doing? Hey, thank you for having me on. I've been watching your show for quite a little bit here, and there's a lot of insight here, so I do appreciate you for that. And it's also a lot of fun. I'm cheesing because I'm listening to my guy here. I'm just every quarter, man. It's like 15, 15, 15, man. It's you just gotta break it down, you know.
Yes,
It's not too difficult, but I understand. It's late and he's
no,
frustrated. He's got emotion mixed with
no,
business. Those two
no,
don't work together.
I gave y'all
no.
some
It
confidence to
ain't
come
no.
up
It
here,
ain't.
man.
Listen,
I'm
listen,
happy I
listen. I
could
don't
bring
care if
y'all
it
up
was
here,
3 in
man.
the morning and I had a
True.
fifth of 1942, a fifth of 19 Don Julio Neo. I know how to count. Ain't no
That's,
excuses. It's late. Ain't no
true.
excuses, bro. Ain't
That's
no
true.
excuses. We
That's
not
true.
make no. I'm not letting nobody make no excuses. We don't make you always
Yeah,
on your square, bro. Always on your square. Always on your square. Always, bro. A motherfucker will take advantage of you.
that's true.
Always.
And I'm trying to be that guy, right? I'm trying to get into the industry and get the food off the people's table, like my guy right here. So watch out. I want your food. I want your bread. But nonetheless, the main reason why I was really trying to reach out is because um, I have a question about moving leads. Lately, it's been very difficult for me to get moving leads. And in the past, like I got moving leads through third party vendors. And now it's like I don't even know where to start. And I know you've mentioned a couple of areas like thumbtacks in the past, and so on. But I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit more and just trying to get a better understanding of like what do I have to look for when I'm looking for a vendor that's going to provide me with moving leads,
What market are
and
you?
then
Where you at?
what moving, what marketing
Where do you live?
strategy
Where do you
should
live?
I approach the industry with when acquiring moving leads?
Where do you live, bro?
Like,
Can you hear me?
oh, sorry, yeah, I can hear you. It was a little bit low. I'm here in Chicago with you, Mark.
You in Chicago.
Yes, sir.
What side of town you on?
I am actually in Addison, Illinois.
You in Addison?
Hmm.
And you're
Yeah.
paying who are you paying for moving leads?
I was paying. I used to have thumbtacks before. I dropped them because of the fake leads. I kept getting a lot of fake leads, and then Hire Helper. I was using them as well, and
How do
then I
you know the leads,
drop Hire. Hmm?
how do you know the leads were fake?
Because the phone numbers, basically a lead will come through in thumbtack, and then I'll dial the phone number, and then I'll get the dead tone, like the three rings, and sometimes I'll reach out directly via email because I assume that the phone number might have been entered by accident, and then I'll reach out via email, and then the email will bounce. It will tell me right on my email like, hey, this email failed, bounced, and I'll reach out to thumbtack and I'll tell them, hey, I've tried to contact this customer, and unfortunately I cannot get a hold of them and you've already charged me. And then a lot of the times they would tell me, hey, we're going to review this lead and then we'll get back to you. And then through the review process, whatever the review process consists of, they will get back to me. And a few days later, they will tell me, hey, we're sorry, but unfortunately, this is a real lead. We cannot get rid of it. So you have to charge for it.
All right. So you're in Chicago, well, you're in Addison, and are you a licensed company or are you rogue? You can just let
I
me
am a
know.
licensed.
You're
Yeah, I
licensed?
am licensed. Yes,
You're licensed with the state of Illinois.
I am.
What's your ICC number?
My ICC
You
number
ICC
is.
number? Don't tell it out loud. I just was testing you, but
Oh,
you have one.
oh
I
yeah,
didn't think you was gonna say it. So you got ICC number.
yeah, I got my ICC number.
All right. Okay. Well,
Mhm. Yeah, I got my ICC, I got my MC, and I got my DOT. I've been moving for 3 years now here in the Chicago area, Illinois area,
trucks at?
and sorry,
Where do you park your trucks?
it's in Addison.
You park in Addison. And how many trucks you
Mhm.
got?
I got two.
Two. Okay.
Mhm.
How
Yeah.
was this summer for you?
Summer was a little bit, it was a little bit rough. It wasn't too great. Last year's summer was wonderful. But this year's summer was a little bit dry. And so, and the reason why was because we didn't really run any marketing strategies. And we were trying to restructure the company and just trying to clean out the house and make sure that I was onboarding the right staff. Because last year I struggled a little bit.
In the back chat. Let me see something real quick. Don't put it in the main chat. You see the back chat here? Put it in the back chat. I just want to see something real quick.
I'm on my phone. I don't see the back chat on my phone. Sorry.
It should be a little button. Hold on. Let me see if you see this. You just see something pop up in the back chat that says "See me."
No, it's just say you're in the broadcast.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want you to put your personal information out here like that, but you said your summer wasn't that good?
Yeah, it wasn't that good because my team was very sluggish. So
What
I basically built up a team of people,
what do you mean they was
and yeah, we kept making mistakes. Like my team lead, for instance, the most recent mistake that my team lead made was forgetting a customer's bed.
where'd he forget it at?
Doc.
How the
We
fuck?
were loading at a storage. We were loading at a storage unit. It was a three-man job, for 3 hours, loading up a 26-foot box truck, and basically, I apologize, a 20-foot box truck, and basically, I sent out four guys over there, including my team lead, to ensure that the job was being done correctly. Because the three guys, one of them is very good, but the other two guys were like, a little iffy. And so my team lead showed up there and they disassembled the bed, they rolled the bed to the dock, and they left it behind.
Let me ask you this.
Cus-
This your
Mhm.
third year you said in business.
Yes.
What are you doing when these trucks are out there?
Typically, I'm around with them as well. So it just depends on the job that I have on that day. So if there is a high value job, then I'm at the high value job.
So you're out
It just depends.
you're in the field still?
I am in the field, yes, sir.
All right, so third year, Chicago,
Mhm.
bad summer. How long you been watching my channel?
For about a year and a half now, I
So
want to
you've been
say.
watching my channel for a year and a half.
Yes, sir.
In my city, bad summer, and you reach out to me in November?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I thought I could figure it out first, right? Like I said, I needed to clean my house first before reaching out for help. But then I got to the point where I can't do it alone anymore.
How old are you, bro?
And a lot of,
How old are you?
y-
How old are you, bro?
I'm 32
So this is if it's any market I know, where do you think I made my money at?
in Chicago.
Okay. A year and a half. And now you reach out to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've commented before in the channel, but I've never really got the guts to approach you directly and talk to you. Like I said, I wanted to see if I could figure it out. I've taken your advice in many areas, but unfortunately, I am a little bit over my head, as it seems, because again, my team lead, they forgot a bed, and I'm still questioning myself with all the training we've gone through, with everything we've done. How do you forget a customer's
All right.
bed?
All right.
On
So
top
here's the thing. We gotta start from the beginning. Jesus Christ.
of
This is gonna be a long night.
this.
Oh Lord have mercy. You got you do you have because you said a 20-foot truck. So was that sounds like a U-Haul truck. Were
It
you
was a U-Haul truck. Yeah, we weren't using our own truck. I have two 26-foot.
so you got two 26-footers. When you started, did you start legally right away or were you running rogue under the table for a little while initially?
Yeah. So when I started, I was running Rogue. I got caught up, and then they basically. So
Slow down. Listen, because I'm listening, but I'm gonna be interjecting. Did the ICC catch you at some point?
So it wasn't the ICC directly, it was a customer. So we went through a customer, which felt more like a setup. I'm not sure, but it was a biggest job that we had. And that job was involving 226-foot box truck and at least 120-foot box truck. It was a mansion out of Barrington. The customer asked us to provide a $2 million insurance. I didn't have $2 million insurance. I had insurance.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, I had already registered with the ILCC, but I wasn't aware that I had to go through all the courses and everything. I just went on the portal, I paid the fees, and then I acquired the number. And that's what I was able
But
to
you paid
advertise.
$900, so you paid $900, right?
It wasn't $900.
You paid 50.
It was like 150 because the $900 was to get
You
the.
don't have a household goods moving license in the state of Illinois.
I do have a household good license in the state of Illinois. I do. Um,
Your
I
application
will.
was $150 for household goods moving, or was it a public? You have a public carrier certificate.
Here is my certificate. Also good moving.
Certificate. See, I said it before you even showed it. I live here, bro. Anything.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
I know this. I know it, but I know my place. I know my state more. Before you even showed it, I said that shit sound like you got a public carrier certificate. Before you even showed it, I said that. That's what you got. You don't have a household goods moving license. My shit was $900 just to apply back in 2020.
Well, yeah, that's what
So
I'm sorry. I had to pay them. I had to pay that eventually because I ended up hiring a lawyer.
Listen to me. You don't have a household goods moving license. You have a public carrier certificate, which means you can move general freight. You can't do household goods moving. That's a public carrier certificate. So basically, if you want to do anything but household goods moving, and the state of Illinois is regulated, so you got to have an ICC number, right? A lot of people know they don't. ICC catch them, they fuck them, take their truck, fine them, all type of shit. The shit that you can do with that is final mile shit, gig shit like that. Household goods moving, no. ICC catch you, it's a RIZAP. You don't have a house. Don't tell me you do when you don't. Now you talking to Big Mark. Remember who
I do, Mark.
Hold on. No,
yes, sir.
You know who you're talking to, right?
Sir, I do.
Right,
yeah, I do have a.
You know, out of any place I know, I'm going to know my city and my state more than any other place. So that's how I knew you had a public carrier certificate before you even showed me. Because ain't no motherfucking way in the world I paid $900 motherfucking dollars for an application over a decade ago.
I did pay the $900. That's what I'm saying. I do have a household good moving.
You applied probably because you got that. You got the wrong license.
It could be. And now that you mentioned that, I may have to follow up on that. That's it.
It is.
I don't know how many there are out there, but
hold on. We getting to it. You getting excited.
Yeah.
You talking to the big dog. The big dog gonna know what it is before what it is because I just know what it is.
Right.
So, and I know my city and state better than any other place. Right. So you there's nothing you can get over. Okay. So you don't have a household goods license. That's the first thing. So you're still running road. Hold on. Mm-hmm. You still run a road. With what you can do with that is general freight. You can do OTR coming out of Illinois. You can do final mile. You can do shit like Curry, shit like that. If you go into a person's house and you move them and they file a claim with the Illinois Commerce Commission or the Illinois Commerce Commission police happen to be perusing the area.
Yep.
And they run your plate, they see your placard on the side, your DOT, your MC, and then they see ILCC. Your number probably start with a 3.
It does, actually.
I know. Mine start with a 1. Let you know how old mine is. See, I'm cold. You talking to the
right.
Yours start with a 3. When they run that shit, because they are, to see if you in good standing, and they see public carrier certificate, whoop. What you doing right here? We moving. Well, you only got a public carrier certificate. You don't got a household goods license in the state of Illinois.
And the reason why I say I do have it is because so I did pay the $900. I had the lawyer Rory McGinty who does most of this stuff, as we know, and then Adina was the person that I spoke with at the ILCC. I did take my household good test with them, and I passed it, and they did certify me.
Have
And
you
I
been
was
to
trying
court?
to see if
Have you been to court yet? Did you go to court yet?
I've
Did
been
you
to court.
did you
Yes,
post your court date in the state newspaper?
yes, I did. Yeah, and you might have received my company's information as well. So that I did make sure that I got that right because, like I said, when they busted me for not having the $2 million insurance, I got a letter in the mail saying, "Hey, you need to cease and desist." And I contacted them, the ILCC, which then I spoke specifically to Adina, and Adina was like, "Yeah, you can't be moving unless you have this license." And she told me to get to Springfield ASAP
You didn't have to
and
get.
then go and talk to them.
You could have applied and
I
displayed
went, yeah, I went to
learning
Springfield.
experience.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
I went there, talked to her, and then after I talked to her, she then gave me the test. She gave me an appointment for the test, and then I ended up going back over there. And then Rory was the gentleman that helped me get the license together. We went in front of the judge and everything, and they gave us the license. And I was looking here because I'm not in my office; I'm
No,
at home. And
no, hold on, stop. When was this?
when was the license?
You don't get a license right away.
No, you don't. 1 year.
You get a
I'm
permit.
temporary
You
right
get a permit for a year.
now. Yes, yes.
But it's not a license. So when did you get the permit, bro?
I got the permit last month, I think. Yeah, last month. I know.
Okay, so where's the permit?
I thought I had it with me here, but I might have it in my office because I was looking at my logistics binder right here. But I do have it. I do have it. I promise you that.
All right. So you started 3 years ago on the truck yourself, hustling, and you just now get your license last month.
Yes.
So it sounds like one, you're still in the learning process. It sounds like you scaled too prematurely, and it sounds like you still need to be trained. There's a lot that you still need to learn. Now, because I live here and I'm listening to you, you know, and I've done this business, I know what it takes to do this business. I've talked a lot about it on my channel, the type of people one of my employees has come up in the past, the type of people that, you know, like who you got working for you?
I have 4 guys working for me right now.
You got 4 guys and 2 trucks.
4 guys and 2 trucks. Yes.
Where are these guys from?
They're all from here in Chicago, actually. Yeah.
West, South, where they from?
Some of them are around the Six Corner area. I want to say Irving Park, Six Corner. I know
they Hispanics there, right?
Hispanics. Yeah.
All right. So they work for you full time, or these are like freelance or on call type people?
They work for me full time, but I give them the freedom to 1099 because, again, if I don't have work, then I allow them to figure out the day.
So, oh God, you got 2 trucks and you got 4 people.
Yes.
Yeah, you move too fast, bro. How did you learn moving?
Okay. Actually, I used to move with a different company here in Chicago about 2017, and
The name of it?
I started off in Craigslist.
License company or under the table?
They were actually not licensed, and they were only doing labor jobs at the time. and they're still doing labor jobs, if I'm
Fallen
not mistaken.
movers, fallen.
No, it's called All Stars Movers out of I think it's Algonquin. Yeah,
Most of the jobs that you've been doing, are they in the city or in the suburbs?
they've been in the suburbs.
Okay, so then that's okay. So first of all, you're in Chicago. Most of the
Yes,
moves are in the city. The work is in the city, predominantly north and downtown. That's where all the money. That's where all the money is at. I've said that
yes,
plenty of times in moving content. So if
yeah,
you're focusing on the suburbs, that's why you don't have no moves. There's moves out there, but there's less moves than in the city. Why do you think New City has 130 trucks? Why do you think the professionals have 130 trucks?
right,
Do you think these two companies combined, these two private companies in the city, well, New City sold,
right.
but how do you think Brian Slater started a year before me? Now, granted, he has more resources. He comes from a different walk of life and people have more money. So that's why he was able to just
Scale up.
pass me like, but New City is 130 fucking trucks. Professionals is 130 trucks. Do you think two private owned companies can grow? Brian started in 2009 to 130 trucks in this time period in this city. Where do you think most of those trucks operate? In the city of Chicago.
Yeah,
So if you're focusing on suburban jobs, this is why you're not having no work. This is why the summer came and passed you and you didn't do well, because all the money is in the city. There's opportunity out there, but a bulk of the money is in the city. That's where the money is at.
right.
Your money is downtown, Lincoln Park, Lakeview, Rogers Park, Andersonville, Uptown, Logan Square, Logan Park, Humboldt Park, West Town, Ukrainian Village, South Loop, West Loop. Streeterville, Old Town. This is where the money at. Streeterville, Old Town, West Loop, South Loop, by the river, all these high rises in that little area. That's money. Just in those areas. Right in that little downtown. South Loop, going all the way west to Pilsen, back north up to West Loop, over to the medical district, Humboldt Park, Logan Square. Like, all this is money. Why the fuck are you in Barrington? Who lives
That's where
in Barrington? Like, people that live in Barrington got $10 million homes. They never move, bro. South Barrington, these are $10 million homes, bro. These people aren't moving. First of all, if you're out in where was this move at? Where did they wanted
it was.
$2 million insurance?
It was in Barrington.
And it was a what, 7-bedroom house?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you don't need to be in Barrington. Because everything in there probably came from Restoration Hardware. Our house or some shit. The dresser in there probably was 10 grand. This is
Yeah.
why they wanted. And here's the thing where you fucked up at, because even though they wanted $1 million with $1 million umbrella, your insurance doesn't cover the goods when you damage something. They have to purchase that.
Yes.
So a novice should not be moving a multi-million-dollar house. Like, at my experience, a customer calling me with my experience, calling my company today with my experience, I'm going to be nervous for Barrington. Because me living here, understanding, ain't nobody living in Barrington that ain't worth. Think Ty Warner lives in fucking Barrington. He's a fucking billionaire. I know what Barrington consists of. I'm nervous to go do something in Barrington today. Man, I'm gonna say I gotta send the best squad out there. So a rookie shouldn't be doing shit in Barrington. A rookie should be doing Ukrainian Village. You should be doing people moving out of 1-bedrooms, studios that are dealing with hand-me-down furniture, just getting their career started. Those types of jobs on budgets. You're going to get a volume of moves. I gave the blueprint already. You want short little apartment moves. You want to knock out 3 of them a day per truck. Why? You on the new. You need to build up your clientele base. You're not going to build up your clientele base moving a person from a $10 million house to another $20 million house. You'll never see that customer again. A person who's that rich, their friends are that rich. So they have nobody to refer you to. Nobody's like, you'll never see them again. On the new, you want to deal with yuppies, 1-bedroom studios. Why? Because these people calling you every year. Guess what? Their social circle is the same. They all working on Wacker Drive, Deloitte, Boeing. They're account execs. They just graduated from college. It's a lot more than moving and just moving. You got to know how to sell. You got to know what customer you targeting, especially on the new. Why on the new are you moving somebody who you'll never see again? Their social circle is just like them. They're not moving. You want yuppies. They're going to move this year. They're going to move next year. Their social circle is just like them. They're going to refer you. Yeah, this company moved me. And then you're going to start to see that tree of referrals come. Guess what? You're going to see those people every year. And the people that they refer you to, you're going to see them every year. And the people that they refer you to, you're going to see them every year. This is how you build up your clientele base. That's why you're not booking no moves. I wouldn't even be doing houses if I were you. I would be trying to dock out. The reason why I was able to grow and scale and just always had a plethora of moves is for the same reason Brian Slater got 130 trucks. New City don't focus on shit. They focus on them apartments like I did. The professionals, they focus on apartments. They do houses. But you can pull up on one block on the 1st of August and you might see, you ain't in the city like that, but like on peak movie season, especially like on the last day or the first day of the month, you could pull up on you can be in like Lincoln Park, like off of Clark Street, off of Broadway, and you're going to see number moving trucks on the 1st of the month, like July 1st, August 1st, June 1st. And in a stretch of one block, you might see 5 professional trucks and 5 New City moving trucks on that same block, moving different people. You don't really see them in the suburbs. They'll go out the burbs, but the money is in the city, bro. That's why you're not booking nothing, bro. And then the shit that you're doing, you shouldn't be doing. Leave the rich shit to New City. Leave that shit to the professionals, especially if you on the new. Let them do that shit. You shouldn't be out there. I think you need to take a step back, reassess your whole business plan, and start fresh. You only got 4 people. You should only be running 1 truck. You don't even have enough people to run 2 trucks. You need 8 people to run 2 trucks. 3 and 3 plus 2 alternates. You got 4 people. If you get a 3-man job, you just got 1 alternate. You don't have enough people to run 2 trucks, 2 26-footers.
Right.
You should have a 16-footer. You shouldn't even have 2 26-footers. Really, you shouldn't even have 2 26-footers. You should have at least 1 16 and 1 26 or 2 16s. I wouldn't even suggest you be doing 7-bedroom moves in Barrington. That's why they sued you, right?
No, they didn't sue me. They just asked for insurance, and they were very cool, actually. So they just asked for insurance, and I told them that I was going to look into it. And then they had paid us for the entire move when they booked. So I knew they were about their money, like you're saying. And
What
a
was
week prior
the
to,
move? How long did it take you to do the move?
we didn't do it. We didn't do it. The day, a week prior to doing the move, that's when the ILCC reached out to us.
So what did you
And
charge
then I
for the
stopped.
move up initially? They paid you up front. How much was it?
It was 15,000.
So you charged them 15,000 to move from Barrington to where?
They were moving to Indiana.
Where in Indiana?
I can't remember the name of the city on top of my head. I'm not
They had
familiar.
to be
It was like in.
they had to be moving somewhere off the lake. So they were either moving to like Griffin. It's a nice little Griffin is right by Gary. People think Griffin bad, but it's a nice little area back there. I moved people probably New Buffalo or probably right a little bit north of Michigan City. It's like a bunch of rich lake houses. I used to, because a bunch of people from Chicago, like a lot of my rich customers from Chicago, they have lake houses out there by Michigan City, a little bit north going up 94 in Michigan City, New Buffalo, right there on the border of Indiana going into Michigan, right past Michigan City. But probably up there. So they gave you 15,000 up front, and then they reported you to the ICC.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See, yeah. So you refunded them their money, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I refunded their money, and it was actually a conscientious battle that I had to go through because I even thought about like taking a piece of the money, but then
No.
I had to make the right choice.
To put
Yeah, I
you
had to
in,
make the right.
listen, anybody that's staying in Barrington, people that's watching this may not know because they don't live here. Motherfuckers stay in Barrington, they got a bag. And you don't know who they
Yeah.
know or what resources.
Right.
All right. So if they gave you 15,000 up front, let me tell you something that they knew that a lot of customers don't know. You know what they knew that a lot of customers here don't know? Who to contact. They contact you
Yeah.
before you did anything bad because they was researching you.
Yeah.
And once they found that you didn't have the credentials, they knew exactly which agency to report you to.
Right.
So no, you did what you're supposed to do, regardless of you were supposed to get their money back anyway.
Right.
But since you said that, now I gotta check you on that. Don't never think that. And then you gotta know, like you gotta know who you dealing with. Anybody that live in Barrington, they're multimillionaires. You don't know who they are, what they are, who they with. They can hurt you. Not physically,
Right.
but they can fuck you up, bro. Any
Right.
one of their lawyers going in with a Berg or a Steen. Weinstein, Goldstein, Goldberg. They will make your life them like that's a different type of bag in Barrington. So yeah, give them their money back, bro.
Yeah, so we did that, and yeah, and immediately I went and I was in Springfield, and I took care of business as quickly as I could. Now, like you mentioned, we scaled up a little bit too fast. So there's a little of ambition behind this whole moving company dream, logistic dream, if I may. And my second year, we did, north of 3 digits, and it was very good. And we did that with 6 people plus me, 7. So, and I wasn't even working as much, but I
How much
was like, well,
you
if we could get it done,
would be doing at least $500,000.
it was a little bit under a half a million. It was a little bit, it was a quarter. It was a quarter of a million. We did that in 8 months.
Ain't bad. I'll get it to you for your second year.
Yeah. So the first year we did about 60,000, and then we doubled it, almost tripled it. And so that's what I'm saying. And at that point, I was like, well, um, I believe in the service that I provide to people, and a lot of the people around me, they can attest for that. Even customers, we always do our best, especially if I'm there, and that's why I try to embed it into my guys because I don't need to be there. Like treat people's belonging like it's your own. Treat people with respect. Get in and get out. We're there for the bread. We're not there to make conversation. We're not there for smoke breaks. And I try to teach my people these things, but then it's so difficult at times. It's like when you're there, they listen, they see, they do, but then sometimes you're not there, and then things just fall off the cracks. Like I mentioned, I'm still hung up the fact that last week, like I said, we forgot somebody's bed. Like, how do you forget somebody's bed? That's
What'd
the
you do about
first thing you do.
What'd you do about that when they forgot the bed? How'd you handle that?
Yeah, so the customer texted me, letting me know that we forgot the bed. I immediately called the customer. I apologized first and foremost, and I assume responsibility. And I say, "Hey, I'm sorry for the mistake. And so what we're going to do here today is I'm going to hold the movers accountable, and then I'm going to have my team lead contact you, and they will work with you directly into figuring out a solution, whether it is for us to go pick up the bed and ship it to you, and or picking up the bed and giving it to your family member."
You told the customer after your workers done left their bed that you gonna have the team lead contact them?
No, I told them that the team lead was going to go figure out the
No.
solution,
That's not what
basically.
you just told me. You said my team lead's gonna contact you. That's what you said. I heard what you said now. That's what you said, right?
Yes, that's what I say. Yeah, yeah.
The team lead was on the job, right?
He was on the job, yes.
You put the responsibility back on the team lead to contact them that, like you just said, to figure out how they gonna retrieve the bid. That's not the
Yes.
team lead's job. At that point, you should never have said that because the team leaders was fucked up. You're the owner of the company. The communication with the customer from that point on should have only been with you. You put the responsibility back onto the team lead. That shows weak leadership skills. Every piece of communication. Listen, you leave my bed somewhere. You call me with this weak ass apology, and then you tell me you gonna have the weak motherfucker that left my bed communicate with me. What the fuck I want to talk to him for? I don't want to talk to him. He left my fucking bed. I'm you the owner, and you telling me you gonna put me back on the phone with this punk motherfucker? Weak leadership skills. Your team don't respect you, and you have poor customer service. Whatever the customer was saying to you, however they was making you feel, if they was cussing you out, whatever, you got to deal with that. You don't put the employee back on the phone and tell him, well, I'm just going to match you back up with the team lead and he going to figure it out with you. What? Motherfucker, you better run me my chop. I don't even want the bid no more. Now, since you told me that, I don't even want the bid no more. Run me my chop. You don't even respect me as a customer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
But
And
because
yes.
the way you're saying it is a but. So what's the but?
No, no, no. There's no but. I understand what you're saying 100%. I messed up. Like, yeah, I should have perhaps not pushed my team lead into that because, again, I've been trying to brew and grow my team lead because he's been with me for a while and I'm trying to grow him into a different position, like a better position. And so I messed up. I did mess up. I should have handled that a lot better.
Where'd you mess up at?
I should have closed the communication. I should have gone ahead and the way that I started with apologizing to the customer, I should have gone ahead and tell them we'll either ship the bed to you or we'll figure out another or alternative solution. I should have worked it out with them and then provide the instruction to my team to accomplish the job and not push the responsibilities to them.
So did y'all ever get the bid?
So we had a good conversation. To answer your question, no. I had a good conversation with the customer. She ended up asking her brother to go pick up the bed. And then she went behind. The conversation was awesome because I told her, I say, if you want us to do it, we're going to do it. There's no problem. But like, I messed up. I put the responsibility on my team lead. And her brother ended up going to get the bed. But what ended up happening was she went back in and left us a nasty review, really nasty. It was a 3-star review, but the choice of words that she used was very impactful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I went, yeah, I went back in there and I tried to rectify it, but
Mm-hmm. Listen,
it's too late.
whenever you do something just that bad, like, of course, a bad review, they're going to exaggerate it. You left their bed, bro. Of course, they're going to exaggerate. I've talked about this on the channel plenty of times. Person leave a review, it's always going to be worse than what it really is. I mean, I hired this company and they left my bed on the dock. That's enough, but to a customer who's angry, if you leave my bed on the dock, I don't want the bed no more. I'm from one moving company on to another, and I've talked about this on the channel. I'm very OCD. Being in the moving business from the early days, I've seen a lot of shit. I never seen a bed bug until I got in the moving business. I had to train my people on how to assess every single job before they loaded anything on the truck. Out of all my years, we never had any incidents of bed bugs. Right? So you tell me you leave my bed on the dock, I don't want the motherfucker no more. I
Yes.
don't know what's done happened on that dock since it's not been, I don't know what's going on. I don't want it no more. You're not leaving I'm not finna put my head on a mattress, whether it's wrapped or not, that's been unattended. Period. You gonna buy me a new bed, or you finna run me some bread, or it's just gonna be some issues. You see what I'm saying? So
Well,
this probably is a white lady.
no,
She was
black.
black?
Yeah,
From where?
yeah.
She was from the city?
I'm not sure.
You sure?
Yeah, it was here in the
You
city. It happened here in
moved
the
her.
city.
Where'd you move
Yeah.
her to? You don't know where she was from. Where'd you move her to?
The guy, so they picked up the stuff from the U-Haul and she went to Michigan. So it was a load on the U-Haul and then she went
One
to
way
Michigan.
move. So y'all load her into a U-Pack?
It was not a 20-foot box truck.
So you mean to tell me y'all loaded her U-Haul one way, and when she got to Michigan, her bed wasn't on there?
It was even before she got to Michigan. It was a U-Haul that contacted her, letting her know, hey, you left stuff in the back of the dock. Yeah.
All right, so all right, so well, the bed is somewhere probably still at the dock. All right. So she didn't get the bed, right?
No, I think she got the bed because she's not called me back or anything like that. So no news is good news.
No, you don't look at it like that. So let's fast forward. What did you do with the employee?
I talked to them and I reprimanded them, and then I went ahead and created basically a checklist on a piece of paper because I do walk through with everybody. I do a walkthrough at the beginning of the move and I do a walkthrough at the end. So I did all that. I put it on a piece of paper with check boxes,
You reprimand them
and
though.
that's what.
Have you ever heard of any of my reprimand stories? You ever heard of stat?
No.
Yeah, okay. How you reprimand them? I want to know how you reprimanded them.
In addition to that, they also
No, no.
took
How
a
did you
pay cut.
reprimand them? What
Oh,
did you do?
yeah, I sat down with him and I showed him I explained to him the mistake that he made.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gave him a piece of paper with basically the information.
Mm-hmm.
And he acknowledged that he received that piece of paper with that information on it. And
Mm-hmm.
he is to go with that information. And then we went back in and we took money out for all those movers
Mm-hmm.
so that we can have it in the safe if anything happens.
That's it. That's all you did.
Um,
You were supposed
that's
to
how
do
we
it,
did.
but that's it. Now,
Uh,
was the customer refunded any money for y'all leaving her bed?
yes.
How much?
So the customer had tipped the guys $150 in cash and they refunded all of that.
How much did the company give the lady?
We did not refund her. The company did not. Beside the 150, we didn't refund her anything
Well,
else.
the 150 ain't got shit to do with you. Your company left a bed behind on a move. How did you compensate this customer for this screw up?
Yeah, mutually we agreed there was no compensation needed. She had told us, don't worry about it. She told us
You mutually agreed that there was no compensation needed? Let me ask
yes,
you.
that's why her
Hold on.
brother was speaking.
Hold on. Do you want to learn, or because you over talking me? You want to
I
learn, or what
apologize.
you want to do? Did you offer anything?
Yes.
What did you offer?
I offered to give her 10% back off of the move. She said no.
10%.
Yes.
Now, the bed, did that consist of the mattress, the box spring, and the bed frame, or was it just the mattress, or was it just the box spring? What was it?
Thankfully, it was just the bed frame. So it was just the bed header and then the foot header, the footboard and the bed headboard. That's it.
Did she give you a price for the bed?
No.
How much was the total cost of the move?
The total cost of the move was $500 and change.
You should have refunded the whole $500. That's what I would have did. You left her bed.
Yes.
So, one, you got to know in this business a review was coming. So
Yes.
you got to alleviate the hit of the review as much as possible. You either gonna pay one way or another, big dog. I would have gave her that $500 and made her day. That ain't shit in moving.
Yeah.
I would have sent her that 500 back so fast. She would have had that. She would have heard ding when we was in the middle of the conversation. She would have heard ding. She would have heard them coins drop. She would be like, "What's that?" She would have heard them coins drop.
Yeah.
You offer her 10% and you left her bed? Now it'd be different if this was a way more hot $500, bro. She would have heard this. When we was on the phone, I would have been apologizing, ma'am. It's some, yeah, I don't. She went, hold on, one second, I got a notification. You sent the money? Yeah, man. You know, ma'am, I apologize. This is completely on us. This is just, it's just not acceptable. This is not acceptable. I don't run a company like this. I just don't understand why this happened. This is not acceptable. I just, this move is on us. This move is on us, ma'am. Ma'am, it's no problem. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. This move is on us. Hopefully this can alleviate some of the pressure and maybe some of the, the pain this has caused. But there's no way I can accept any money, and we just did not provide quality service to you. Your bed, this is totally unacceptable. So now I went from a 1-star to a 4-star. Not getting no 5-star. And then I would have said, I understand you're upset, and I in the industry that I am, people write reviews, but I'm. You said she was a sister, right? She was a sister.
Yes.
See, then you got to know how to play the game. See, you got. I'm just a young black man just trying to build this business, and I'm still in the early phases, and I still have a lot of learning to do. I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity. I know I'm gonna make mistakes along the way, unfortunate things. I made a mistake with your move, and I really feel bad about this. So I'm refunding you the total cost of the move, and I know you're going to write a review, and I know I don't deserve a 5-star, but just please keep in mind that these reviews is what helps build my business. And, although I know we don't deserve a 5-star, just please keep in consideration of me providing this refund to you in full and doing the move pro bono, that you kind of keep this in mind when you write the review. So. Fuck, I give a fuck about $500, bro. That's it? Man, I would have gave that. Listen, this all she would have heard. You left her bed, this all she would have heard from me. What? Which app is that make that noise? Is that Cash App? She would have heard whichever app she would have heard it. What are you talking about? Hey, bro. Like, dude, you trying to negotiate with over $500, man? Come on, Charlie. Man, you didn't grow up here, did you? You didn't grow up here. You ain't from the land, bro. You ain't one of the guys. Where you from, bro? You ain't grow up here.
You're right.
Where you from?
No, I believe.
Where you from?
I believe.
Don't over the question.
I'm from
Lee. Where you from?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm from the Congo.
The Congo. Where is that?
Yes.
Africa?
Yeah, Democratic Republic of Congo, right?
When did you move to Chicago, bro?
A long time ago, like 2005. 2000, yeah, a long time
Where'd you
ago.
go to school?
I went to Wheaton Academy in Indiana, West University.
So you the suburbs. So when you moved here, you moved to the west suburb, Wheaton. How old was you when you moved here?
Like 19.
Yeah, man. You ain't got no killers on your squad. Yeah, because I don't even like the way you handle it with Buddy ass. With Hector. What's his name? Hector? Gomez? Julio? What's his name?
Which one?
The guy, your team lead that left the lady bed.
Oh, Martinez.
Something. I knew it was somewhere around there. I knew it was somewhere around there. First of all, let me tell you something, pimp. You got to get you some killers on your squad. They don't respect you. See, now we got that out the way. Now we got to get this out the way. They don't respect you, big dog. How much money you take from them? See, the person. Hold on. Before you answer, the person you should have took money from, you didn't. I would have took his money. So how much money you take from him? None. You paid him too, didn't you?
Not the full amount, no.
What'd you pay him?
I took out 2 hours. I took out 2 hours out of the 3-hour job. So I paid him 1 hour. Yeah.
And you charged the customer? No.
Yeah. Looking back, it's a big mistake, right?
Big mistake.
Right. But you see, there's also a little conflict inside of me, right? So there's a part of me that believes in, if you do something well, you can't do it for free. And I get it. We screwed up at this level. But that conflict, yeah.
What you mean if you do something well, you can't do it for you left a bed? That's not well.
Right.
Oh, listen to me, and listen to me good. That one review she wrote, it's probably 10 customers that would have hired you every single day.
It is.
And now you got ChatGPT. Oh my God. ChatGPT can probably put some in ChatGPT to write, and they just copy and paste it, make it real, Val.
Yeah.
So if I had to buy 3 extra stars for $500, so I wouldn't lose thousands of dollars. What do you mean for free? What do I give a fuck about this 500 funky ass? This is funk. Listen to me. This is the moving industry. That 500 is funky, bro. That's some funky ass money.
Yes.
I'm looking at the blowback because there's no way she's not writing a review, bro. There's no way. You left her bed. So being where you've been plenty of times, you waiting for the review. See, I'm from the days of Yelp. I'm from the early Yelp days. You waiting for the review. You know it's coming. You just anticipating what it's going to say because you know it's going to be worse than what it really was. Why put yourself through that? If I can buy 3 more stars, if I can buy 2 more stars for $500, would you say that's a good trade-off versus
It
what?
is absolute. It's a no-brainer.
Hmm.
It's a no-brainer.
So now she wrote that review where? Google, Yelp, where?
Google.
Yeah. What's your rate now?
That's a 4.8. It went from a 4.9 to a 4.8.
I think you need to scale down. I think you need training. I think you need training. I think you need infield training. I think you need back end training because just listening to how you handle it with the customer, obviously you know you handle it wrong from the coaching that I just gave you, right? All the way around, I think you handled it wrong with the employee. He wouldn't have got shit. He wouldn't have got a goddamn thing from me. Nothing. He depending on what era of me being in business, he'd be lucky if a motherfucker didn't go upside his head. If it was 2013 to about 2018, yeah, Stack definitely would have went upside his head. And it wouldn't have been nothing I wouldn't even known. It would have just, I would have heard about it. You probably need to get you you need to hire more people. You need to get some people that fear you and respect you. And you're going to have to demonstrate when they fuck up. Because everything you just said was, to me, was some weak shit. That customer you should have gave her, that's why I asked you what it was. If it would have been like $3,000 or $4,000, obviously I wouldn't say run it back the whole 3,000-4,000. I would have, depending on what, because then I would have been like, the next question would be like, well, damn, you should have asked her what was the cost of the bid. Send her a link of the bid. Then if it was a bid frame she probably got from Value City, she might have paid $600-700 for it. Fuck it. You was a $3,000 move, running that $600-700 back. It's a $500 move. Okay, what? You paying these guys how much an hour?
Team lead is getting 22.
And how much you paying the other guys that was on that? How much did it cost you labor-wise per hour, that job?
20, so you looking at, I can do a quick math for you real quick. So it's 20.
So all in, your cost for that job. Tell me your labor costs and whatever other costs, fuel. Just give me your costs for that move. What did it cost you to move?
Okay, I can do that.
I got you, who's that, Marcellus? Darnell? Appreciate you being patient. But I'm pretty sure you learning too, right, Darnell?
I'm always learning.
What about
All
you,
said
Ty?
and done,
Because y'all all movers. You learning too, Ty?
yeah.
All right. See, it ain't so bad. See, he getting it too, Ty. You ain't the only one
Yeah.
getting it. You know what I'm saying?
I
You ain't
gave
the
him
only
the I
one that
gave
ain't
him
the
the
one that
confidence
done
to
it
come
up.
up here. He been in business.
Yeah.
He been watching you for a whole year.
This nigga
This is his
live
first
in
time up
this
here.
nigga live in the suburbs. Been watching me for a year and a half and said he didn't have the nerve. You was scared to ask me. You out here doing this goofball shit. The dun da dun. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He lived. So how much was your cost, pimp?
It was 246.
246. How much you charging an hour?
Uh, for this particular one for labor only, depending on the day, it was 85 an hour.
For how many guys?
It was three guys.
You charging 85 an hour for 3 guys?
No, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm sorry. No, no, it's not 85 for three guys. No, no, no. It was, why don't I just pull up the information? That way I can give you the correct information. I'm not shooting myself all over the place. Yeah.
Man.
I hate to do the wrong math.
Bro, how you from the crib, bro? You know how many people wish people it's people trying to pay me to come to their market to train them, bro. You mean to tell me you right up the road and you in this position? If it's any market in this country that I know, it's this one. Before you even showed me your license, I said, "Nah, there ain't no household goods. That's a public carrier certificate." 2 seconds later, public carrier. Like I know this market. How much you charge the lady for three guys, bro?
Yeah, so sorry. I got sidetracked. I was listening to you. 1 second, I'm pulling it up. It is $170.
You charge her
Damn.
170 an hour?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Right back. 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Bro, you say you ain't had the guts to come up here?
Well, it's not just not having the gut, right? That's just simplifying it, really. But it was first of all not having the proper resources, right? And everything I'm gonna say is going to be an excuse, right? Because I should have been more intentional, especially since the fact that I've been following him and I've been listening to him. There have been a lot of advice that he's provided to the world that I've taken some of those advices, but a lot of this is from learning the market when I used to move in 2017 and doing it, and like a lot of it's also just understanding business, right? So I'm a computer science major with a business administration, with a business focus, concentration. So I understand how things operate. In addition to this, I actually do build Fortune 500 companies and stuff like that. So it's not that I didn't understand something or that I just didn't have the proper resources and the proper right mindset to know exactly how to formulate my questions and or know exactly how to formulate my conversation. And one of the things that there've been times like, I've heard him talk about the Discord, and I've been like, oh, I want to download Discord and get on it, but I don't even have Discord. So it's just been like,
You scared. You were
I
scared to
want to
come
talk
up.
a lot.
You were
Yeah,
scared. You were scared.
It's an app.
Man,
yeah,
All
he
you
was
gotta do is
scared,
download
You were
it.
man.
scared.
Everybody that come up here look like a fool,
I
for
know I'm an
real.
intimidating guy,
I
bro.
got
Hundred
killed. I
percent.
got killed
Listen,
the worst
A
listen,
hundred
years ago.
percent of everybody that come up here get chewed out though.
listen,
Like
bro.
you
Listen.
gotta know how to man, come
he
on
has a
now.
lot of experience for sure. He does have a lot of experience, and yeah, he
Listen.
does.
Listen.
So
And you right in the city though? I don't understand that though.
Listen.
Like
Listen. Listen. $170 an hour.
yes, sir.
Justify.
And that includes
Justify.
so
Justified.
our labor service at 170, that includes two rolls of free tape, and then it includes around one roll of shrink as well. So we provide the material embedded into the 170.
You tweaking.
If that makes yeah.
Marky is a celebrity, man.
You bake material cost into labor cost? So let me ask you this. Do you have a truck fee?
Oh yeah.
So what do you if you bake material cost into the labor cost, what does the truck fee consist of?
Well, there's gas in there. There's gas. There's tolls.
You
So
tweaking.
there's all that in there.
Why do you bake material into labor?
That was basically so when we started, we used to charge $30 to wrap a furniture. Like we'll charge $30 for it. And we encounter a lot of difficulties to the market and the people that were
Do what? You charge what to do what? Slow down.
we were charging $30 to wrap furnitures.
Wrap what?
Like a piece of furniture. So let's say a couch, we'll charge you $30 to wrap a couch for you.
So each item you charge $30 to wrap.
We were charging. Yeah.
You're not New City, bro.
Correct. That's why we stopped.
Oh my.
So now it's getting to more and why you not booking no more moves. So now outside, you out in the wrong part of the city, you in the suburbs, you charging customers like you are like, so when you charge for material like that, you charge that move out there in Barrington, that's how you charge them people.
Yes.
You don't charge regular people like that. You charge an hourly plus a truck fee.
Yes.
Your truck fee consists of your materials. Your truck fee consists of your truck costs. You making money hand over fist on your truck fee because if you do 3 1 bedrooms in a truck a day and you charge them a truck fee, whatever the truck fee is, that's not covered. My truck fee is $150.
Whole day.
Okay, and you do it 3 1 bedrooms you charge each customer $150. You make $450 out of those 3 jobs. Out of those 3 truck fees at $150, you might only spend. It only might cost you $60, $70 of that.
Yeah.
Shit, I've sent trucks out, and they've done 3 1 bedrooms, and they didn't even use a whole roll of shrink wrap. Is this something sound familiar? So so how are you baking your material into your labor? Your labor is your labor. So justify me $170 an hour. How do you come up with $170 an hour? Because I think you just pulled that number out of your behind. So justify me that number. There's only one way you can justify it. Let me see if you know.
Yeah, so operating costs. So I divided basically my operating costs
Nope.
per day.
Nope. Justify me how you charge $170 an hour for labor. There's only one way you can justify it.
Experience.
I mean,
No.
there's experience. There's tightening up my resources. Like the more.
Oh, it's the demand. The demand.
You charge it. No, Ty, be quiet. You don't know what the hell you talking about.
That was me.
Damn, why you say that?
You charging $170
I ain't say
for 3
that.
men. So how much an hour are you charging per man?
Yeah.
What you mean? Yeah. That's how you justify $100. If I charge $150 an hour, I'm charging $50 an hour, man.
Yes.
So how much are you charging per man? No, you giving me some type of my experience. How do you justify $170 an hour?
Oh, so you asking me for a breakdown of like the 170 by demand?
If you ask me, Mark, you charge $100 for 2 men, how do you justify that? I'm gonna say $50 an hour a man.
56. Yeah. 56. I didn't understand the question. I apologize.
You just didn't know because you have no justification for what you charging. You pulled that number out your ass. How do I come up with my hold on? Let me explain something to you, pimp. If I'm paying $25 an hour, then I know it's costing me $25 an hour for labor. So now I know where I need to put my profit. I want to make 100%. So I'm going to charge a customer $50 an hour. 3 guys is going to be $150 an hour. That's how you justify it. All this extra shit that y'all niggas talking about ain't got shit to do with shit.
Yeah. So I didn't understand the question better. I should have understood it better.
So when you came up with 170, I'm just going to charge 170. That's what you did. You can't say you didn't because that's what you did. So what you charge for 2 guys? We gonna get
2 guys 85.
So for 2 guys you charge 85, and for 3 you charge almost $100 more.
Yes.
So there's no consistency even in your price structure. So the third guy is $100 damn near, but the first 2 guys is $42.50. So I'm paying $42.50 for 2 guys, and then another damn near $100 for the third. That what you telling me?
Yeah. So my 3 guys are at 120. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Yes.
Okay. Why? Justify. Justify.
And once again, the way that I came up with these prices, I went through my operating cost per day, and I told myself this is what I needed to make in one day, and how do I make this in one day?
How do you
And
how do you make what?
I broke down
Make what in 1 day?
like
How do you make what in 1 day?
how do I meet my operating cost?
What's your
My minimum
What's your minimum operating cost?
my minimum operating cost per day is about $600.
How?
When you're looking at a truck, right? So truck leaving, driving the truck in a day per se, fuel is $150.
Minimum operating cost if the okay, what if the truck don't move? It's November. It's December. What's your
Right.
minimum operating cost? I don't give a fuck if the truck. What about the day in December when the truck don't move?
Right.
So once again, justify it for me. See, if you can't justify it for me, then what are we talking about? You said, man, Mark, summer came, we didn't book nothing. So
Right.
I'm exposing why you didn't.
Yes.
You can't even justify pricing. I said, justify me this. You even understand it's only one way. I said, there's only one way you can justify your pricing. Well, man, it's my experience. What the fuck that got to do with anything? How much you fucking charge per hour per man? You charging me $100 damn near for this man, but then $42.50 for these other motherfuckers. What's so special about this motherfucker right here? You have no structure. You have nothing. You just pulling shit out your ass. So now we understand why you didn't. You just shit is fucked up. You need to go back to the beginning, bro. Go back to the drawing board from the very beginning and start fresh, bro. Everything. You need to, like, first of all, you shouldn't be charging $170 an hour, bro. Now, I can tell you shouldn't be charging $170 an hour because I'm him and this is my market, and you charging more than fucking New City. Like, you're not worth 170, bro. How much is your insurance a month on the 2 trucks?
It's about one of them is 11,000, the other one is about 9,000. So you're looking at about 20,
A month.
21.
A month.
No, 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 a year. So a month is about 1,500.
How much you paying to store the trucks?
None, because I have an office.
How much you paying for the office?
It's 1,500.
A month.
Hmm.
Why do you got an office?
I couldn't get a truck unless I had a commercial address because I couldn't park it in Chicago on the street. And then I looked up parking spots. Parking spots were running me about $500 when I was looking at places to park the truck.
You didn't want to park the
So
truck
then,
in the city. The truck should be in the city. Both of them should be in the city. Why you didn't want to park the truck in the city at a truck parking lot with the rest of the moving companies?
street parking. I have street parking. I can't park it in the street.
Why didn't you park the trucks in the city in the truck parking lot? There's one right here on 67th and goddamn it Lafayette. There's one right down one fucking on 24th and goddamn it 23rd, 24th and Canal, 88th and Ashland, 159th and goddamn it I-57.
Main reason why is because I came across a good deal. It was basically paying, let's say, $800 for one parking spot versus paying $1,500 for.
You know how much I pay to park my trucks? $140 a piece. And my trucks is at a truck parking spot. So you can't you can't tell me nothing about this market.
Yes.
Maybe another
And I
market,
could.
but one thing about this market, I know this market like the back of my hand.
Yes. Yes. Lack of resources for me and
Okay,
lack of knowledge,
so,
100%.
so,
Because I
so
went all the way to Chinatown.
you don't need an office, bro. You paying
Yeah.
$1,500 for an office for what? You only got 2 trucks. You need an office for? Why do you have an office? You paying $1,500 for 2 trucks for an office? Get rid of it. Your truck should be in the city. They should be centrally located, bro. There's nothing in Addison, bro, with T-Force. You're not running Final Mile, are you? So why are your trucks in Addison? Your workers live in the city. So now they have to
I am.
commute to Addison to get the truck. Your truck should be centrally located because the work is here in the city. The bulk of the work is here in the city.
Yeah.
Go pay 24th and Canal, $250 a piece for parking slot. That's closer to downtown where I live with and I don't park my trucks there. I park my trucks further south, you know. But you can park your trucks there and you still stay with $1,000 a month. And you'll be centrally
Yeah.
located because your work is here. You need to hire more people. You need to train. You need in the field training and you need office training. You need training, bro. Customer service training. You need to be trained on how to charge. You should be charging $150 an hour for 3 guys. $50 a man. If you paying $22 an hour, you're making over 100% profit on every man. Like, what are you doing, bro? $150 an hour. Your truck fee, $150. What are you charging for a truck fee now?
150 actually.
$150. Really, you could be charging more since you running 26 footers, but for you, $150. $150 an hour, $150 truck fee. 3 guys.
Hmm.
Your marketing should be focused on everything up to a 3-bedroom in the city. Your third to your third, you do an upcharge. But you might not want to do an upcharge right now because you need to build your clientele. So you might want to keep your third to thirds at $150 an hour so that you can bring in more clientele. You don't have enough clientele to turn people away. Your truck fee will cover your cost of fuel, mileage, shrink wrap, tape, all that shit. Stop charging people for each item you wrap. Where do you get your shrink wrap from?
We were getting it out of there was a Chinese distro in Algonquin, but we stopped working with them. So I believe my operations manager found a new place, New Heavens, if I'm not making a mistake.
Your operations manager?
Yeah.
Who the hell is that?
I have an operations managers.
You tweaking.
What do you pay them?
1%.
How much?
1%.
1%.
Yeah, they're operations manager for logistics, so they're handling OTRs, and
1%
they get one.
all income?
No, just of the load, like the sale.
So what's their job? What do they do? What does the operations manager do?
Responsibility of operations manager is to lead the team and help the team with day-to-day jobs, with day-to-day inquiries. They're responsible to make sure that the notes are in the system, in the CRM. If talk to the customer, dispatch the truck and dispatch the team. And then additionally to that, basically is all the office duty. And then they're also responsible for ensuring that the pipeline is building up correctly. And that means through new acquisition of customer and or our current acquisition of customers.
And you give them 1% of all the revenue for each move they book?
Yes.
So basically, if they book a $500 move, they getting $5? Is my math right? Because 10% of 500 is $50.
Yes.
So they would be getting $5? Is my math right? Because I know my math is good now.
Your math is right. When you're talking about logistics,
right,
obviously.
Is it right or is it wrong?
No, it's right. But when you're talking about logistics, right? So you're booking, let's say, like 100, I don't know, like $1,500 loads and stuff like that. So yeah, it is 1%, but then they adds up, right? Based on however many loads you're booking. And if you do add that up.
He ain't booking shit. You didn't have shit. Fire him. Get rid of him. The hell you got a goddamn operations manager for? You know who my first operations manager was? My brother. You know when I hired my brother and I got an office staff? When the shit became too overwhelming. I had over 10 trucks at that time, and my office, which I documented, I showed, was in my mother's attic. It became too overwhelming. That's when I got an office. You got 2 trucks. You have 4 people, bro. When you got a bunch of trucks, bro, which means a bunch of paperwork, that's when you hire an operations manager. You have 4 people, bro. Who are they operate managing? You mean to tell me I could do all this shit by myself to the point where it becomes too overwhelming? You can't? You mean you sound way smarter than I was at that time. You got some type of tech background or some shit. You got a degree in something technical. right?
Right.
So you thinking about this in that landscape, and that landscape ain't this.
Yeah.
You don't need an operations manager. So now you paying for an office you don't need, an operations manager you don't need. Like, you don't need none of this shit, bro.
Yeah.
So what have we figured? What have we come to, what is this? What have we come to so far?
What we've come to so far is that I need to reevaluate what I'm doing, and I need to reassess the lay of the land, and then basically, first and foremost, readjust my prices so that I can get more bookings. And then I need to get rid of unnecessary expenses, such as operating manager, and then also as the office.
So you're gonna get rid of the dead weight. You're gonna restructure your pricing. What are you gonna charge for 2 men?
I am going to charge $110. I'm sorry, you say $50, right? So 150, so maybe 50.
You
Yeah, $50, so $100 per
do
man.
110. That's fine. So what about your trucks?
150.
No, what about them? If you get rid of the office, where are you gonna put them?
I have to rent the space in the city, so I put it down near 24th and Canal. I'll go and check it out and see if there's a possibility that I can switch them around. I should be able to now because I have insurance now. Um, so I should be fine. I should be able to just move it to the
Yeah.
city.
You wouldn't park your trucks on the street. Nobody parks their. I mean, there's people that park their trucks on the street. I mean, the police may ticket you, they may not. You know, you ride up down Stony, it's semi trucks parked on Stony all the time. But I wouldn't. You know, you can park it in a truck parking spot. You know, I just gave you some truck parking places that you can park, and you still saving over $1,000 a month in comparison to what you doing right now. Second of all, your guys need training. Your guys don't respect you, bro. This moving. You need to get you some killers, and then they need to respect you. So like, you can't let them be doing goofy shit like that and then paying them, bro. You don't. No, they gotta take that. The motherfucker you should have hooked up was the customer. You leave the
Yes.
bed behind, bro. Like, nah, you not. What? Is you crazy? Are you tweaking? No, I'm not going for none of that. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. No. They gotta respect you, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. How old is these cats? They from up north too?
One of them is 52. He's a beast, actually. He's very good at what he does. Very punctual. My team lead is 26, so young and coming, and then the other one is 24, and the other one is also 24.
And they all legal?
Yeah.
They all legal? They all got paper?
Yes.
And they come all the way out to Addison to get the truck.
Yeah.
There's gotta be more to the story you telling me, bro. Why would they pass up all these if they in six corners, they're passing up Coffee Brothers is over there. They passing up New City. They driving past Professionals. They driving past H2H,
Yeah. Wally.
Wally.
Yeah.
So they driving past all these people to get on 290 and drive all the way out to Addison. To probably have to, if you got a job in the city, probably have to come back towards the city where they came from. And then when they done, they got to go back to Addison and then fight rush hour traffic coming back into the city. Trucks need to be in the city.
95.
Huh?
Yeah, 95% of our jobs have been really not in the city. So that's why Addison for us was a no-brainer. But also, additionally, I got $1 per square feet. In addition to that, with a parking lot with availability to park 6 trucks. That's why I went ahead and got the Addison. But
You don't
It's
need
not needed. Man.
you
It's
don't
not needed now.
don't need an office, bro. I was running my shit off an iPad back in 2011, 2010, 2012. Bro, I had an iPad 2. And I showed them one of them live streams. I had the uh the notebooks. I showed them in one of them live streams from last year. I went and got all my notebooks and I would do the ruler with the line every day and do all my costs. And I showed it. I started with
Yeah.
what I had, which wasn't much. You don't need all that shit at the beginning. That's all for the look. And guess what? You don't know what you're doing, and that look is that costing you. You jumped ahead. You didn't.
Mhm.
So now you got to come all the way back down. You financing both of these trucks.
I own them.
You bought them outright.
Mhm.
They wrapped.
No, not yet.
Folks know what, Chuck? You got do. You need a lot of help, bro. You need a lot of help, bro. You need a lot of help. You know that, right?
I do know that. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I don't know. You know where I'm at. That's up
So
to
I
you.
came to you.
I'm not gonna chase you down. So you said what?
No, I'm chasing you down now. Is it Ty? Is that his name? The gentleman with the Indians in the background?
Yeah, that's Ty.
Ty. All right. Well, Ty, give me some time,
I'm gonna
man.
come up there with y'all, man.
I need some of your time. I need some of your time. The time that you're spending with Mark, I need that now, if you don't mind.
Come to the Discord.
You on here, but I mean you got I mean we know your cost, your customer. We already said you need better customer skills, better
All
decision
right.
making. Like yo, how you dealing with your workers? Just moving. I'm not paying them shit. You leave a bed, I'm not giving you nothing. The hell? God damn it. Yo, you spending too much money. You got all this extra shit that you don't need. You charging for shit like per each item to wrap. No, hell no. It's probably other stuff that we ain't covered. It's just I can't think about it. As you start talking more, I uncover shit. But if I just think you need to start from the beginning, start over. I think your marketing, but I will tell you, you need to market towards the city and to smaller jobs. Studios, dorms, but 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. That's it. To be honest with
So,
you, I would try to keep staying a small radius. I wouldn't if I was you, I probably wouldn't go no farther than I would when I build out my radius, like I don't know what you use, if you use like thumbtack or whatever, I wouldn't go no far west, me personally, than Elmhurst. I wouldn't go no far south because just talking to I wouldn't even send you south. I wouldn't for you. I wouldn't go no far south than goddamn it 103rd. I would go to the southern tip of the city. I wouldn't go in none of the south suburbs if I was you. If I was you, I wouldn't do the west side. I wouldn't do the south side. I would focus on the north side from downtown, from the South Loop all the way to Evanston and Hyde Park. And I would try to take as many jobs as that. I think your trucks is probably overkill. I think you definitely should have probably started with a 16 footer. I think you really should have 116 and 126 because you're gonna be in some compromising, some very very tight situations in some of these. You
yes.
know when you're dealing with a maybe 26 footer may be overkill because you're gonna have way
Right.
more apartments than anything else, and it's gonna be mostly 1 bedrooms. So
Yeah, and I do have a contract leasing trucks from Penske as well. So typically, whenever we get like it depends. So when I get the job and I'll plan out the job, the routes. and I'll plan out like I'll look at Google Maps to see is it alley or whatever, and if 26 foot can make it, then we typically get the 20s or the 16 foots.
You got a truck,
And those-
what you got. You make that shit work. You don't spend no extra money. You got a truck. If it's overkill, it's overkill, bro. You make that shit work. You don't go. The only time you rent a truck is if you need more truck. If you got more
Yeah,
truck, you don't go rent less truck, bro. You
right,
make the shit work. You go up, not
right,
back. You go up, not down.
yeah, yeah. All right, I think I know what I need to do, and I'll definitely be reaching out because there's more to it. It's just not the moving side of it because now we have logistic, like I mentioned, the operations manager. It makes sense. Actually, yeah, we're gonna get rid of the operations manager. And the logistics side of it too. It's like it's even a new beast that I don't even understand fully, let alone I'm into it now. So
Yeah, you need a lot of help, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I ain't just saying it just to be saying it, but
yeah,
you need, just based off what you told me, bro, you need a lot of help.
yeah,
But, you know where to find me.
yes sir, yes sir.
That it? You got anything else?
Um, One last thing. So in terms of marketing strategy, so I've been doing like postcards, business cards,
Hell no.
um,
No.
flyers.
That's a waste of money, bro.
Okay.
Cards. Who you giving them to? It's 2025.
So
Who you giving a postcard?
yeah. Yeah, so the postcard we're mailing them. So I also have like
you
in IT, I have a side of myself that pull out MLS data, and so I will send out like the postcard to recipient on the other side
you
via
spend
the MLS.
wasteful marketing, bro. You know who do shit like that? They don't even do it. You know what professionals is doing right now in the slow season? He takes four of his 26 footers because he got 130 of them. And
Hmm.
in a single file line, they just drive around downtown all day.
Wow.
But like everybody I tell, his trucks are 100% completely wrapped. I wouldn't
Right.
spend money on postcards because it's a waste of money nowadays. This is not 2002. You know, business cards obviously you need for you to hand when you're networking out. You know what I'm saying? But everything I would do is digital. I think you should use Thumbtack. I think Thumbtack is the best resource for moving leads out there. I think it's the best source for moving leads out there.
Hey Mark,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what you think about the social media marketing,
I
like
never
with the
really, I
ads and
never
stuff
got
like that?
into it. See, in my 10 years, social media marketing was starting to come up in the mid 2010s. But by the time people started transitioning, I didn't need it. I already had a customer base, consumer base that was already built. So I didn't have to tap into it. I never had to use it to build that business. So luckily for me, when I was getting started, like the phases that y'all in, it was Craigslist and it was Angie's List. So it was one of the two. You had Craigslist for free, Angie's List that you paid for, and that's all you had. But that was enough back then. So I was able to build my business at the beginning from Craigslist, and then Yelp came in, and then
Yes.
referrals. But you got to remember, if you follow my blueprint, your price is going to be priced economically geared to a specific type of client. See, my customer base grew with me and vice versa. See, when I first started with a pickup truck on Craigslist, I was dealing with a lot of yuppies, young urban professionals who were just getting started in their career, people who were renting rooms, people who were hiring somebody that would do a job in a pickup truck, meaning they didn't have much shit. They were renting rooms. They were just getting started. They had hand-me-down shit. And by the next year, when I was renting trucks, these were people, now they were moving from renting a room to maybe renting a studio going up to a one bedroom, so on and so forth. And then the next time they see me, they got a one bedroom or a more better one bedroom because now they making a little money, they in their career. And in the midst of those years of them, me growing with them and them growing with me, they referring people. The people they refer are from the same social economic status. So now I'm growing with them, they growing with me, but at the early phases of me learning, because of what I was able to offer them and what the limited amount of money they had, it allowed me to learn and make the mistakes without costing me, because their furniture was hand me down. It was scratches. They were moving into places where the hallways you could see from the scratches on the walls in the hallway. These tell the story of hundreds of moves prior. So if I bump a wall, it's not held against me because I'm not moving somebody into the trunk. So by the time I got to the shit that you trying to do now at the early age phases of your shit, a 7-bedroom in Barrington, my skill set was already way up there because I didn't start doing those types of jobs or accepting those types of jobs to year 4 and 5. There's no way I would have taken that type of job year 1 or year 2. I'd have been scared. I just didn't have the resources or the knowledge. So you kind of see how I just gave you how I grew.
Right.
I started how I grew, and as I grew, my knowledge base grew. That's how you should have done it.
Yeah.
You went from 0 to 7-bedroom in Barrington. No.
That's crazy.
So
You don't
Yeah.
get nervous when you walk into these houses?
No, I was not nervous. Actually, like I said, year 2, we did a lot more. We did bigger jobs. We did mention most of our jobs were very big jobs. So I grew comfortable with those, and I grew comfortable speaking to people. But
how many of those
again, I keep saying,
called you again?
sorry.
How many of the mansion jobs called you again?
Ever since,
How many
I'm
mansions
not gonna lie,
moved and
yeah,
you moved
ever,
twice?
ever since last year, we've had 2 already. Only 2.
2. Okay, you moved 2 mansions.
Yes.
Whoop-de-doo. How many of them called you back again?
Nothing.
Okay, you never
This
did
year,
it again. You see what I'm saying? You're in the early
right?
phases. You need to be targeting a consumer base that you're going to see every year.
Yes.
You,
Volume.
you know who you're going to see every year? Studios, 1-bedrooms. They're going to move every year. You need volume. You need to get in front of as many people as possible,
Yes.
because then those people are going to become brand ambassadors for you. See, all this marketing you looking for, the customer can be the marketing for you, but you're not putting yourself in front of enough customers because you're dealing with rich mansions. You'll never see those people again, bro. Never. If you moving from one mansion to another mansion, the likelihood of them moving to another mansion in the next 5 years is slim to none.
Right.
I've got plenty of customers that I've literally grown with them from their very beginning of their career when they was renting a room, and probably moved them 5 or 6 times to the point where they met their sweetheart and we moved them into their starter home. That's 5 or 6 moves down the line in a span of maybe 7 to 8 years. So over the course of 7 to 8 years, I probably moved the lady 5 times. Then she met her boyfriend or her future fiance. We moved him because she referred him. So now we moved both of them 1 year in together. Then we moved them into their starter home years later. But then we've between them, we've gotten a bunch of referrals, and then those referrals have referred people.
Yeah.
This is how you build your business. So now every time the new season comes, you not chasing leads because 25% or 30%, 35, 45% of your clientele that's calling you is repeat and referral customers. Hey, my name is Greg. You moved my sister-in-law, Jim. She kept raving about you. She said that, you guys just do good work. I got an upcoming move. I was wondering if you could give me a quote. That customer is already your customer. You just need to give them a quote. When they call you and tell you that, it's already sold. Moving is a
Right.
personable business, right? People
Right.
don't like hiring movers. Why? Because you're coming into their personal
Personal.
space. And there's a lot of negative stigma around moving companies.
Right.
Thieves, stealing,
Criminals.
disheveled criminals, right? Which they are. I talk about all the time. Who else is going to do this type of work? Everybody that's worked for me, for the most part, is felons. I've had people that have done 10, 12 years for attempted murder work for me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we had this conversation, people are on edge when you come into their home, right?
Yeah.
So I lost my train of thought, man. So whatever I was talking about, whatever, I lost my train of thought. But you need to target. You need volume, so you need to do smaller moves so you can get in front of more people, so they can start advertising for you, bro.
Yeah.
Stay away
I
from these
agree.
mansions, bro. Stay away from these mansions and these big homes in the suburbs, bro. Those customers are not for you. Those are add-on customers. Once you have a big clientele base and you still getting 20, 30 calls a day for apartment moves, and then you getting those 3 or 4 calls for these house moves, that's when you take them. You don't build your business in a city like Chicago around mansions in the suburbs that you're never going to fucking see again. You build your business in a city like Chicago of, do you know the demographics?
Yeah, somewhat.
What's
I'm
the
somewhat
population
familiar.
of Chicago? What's the population?
I am not too familiar with the population. Sorry.
All right.
Uh,
Enough.
I know the demographic in terms of where certain ethnicity and ethnic groups are, but I don't necessarily know the quantity
All
of
right.
that ethnic group.
So get them trucks to the city, bro, and start focusing on more smaller jobs, apartments and shit like that, bro. So you can get a bigger footprint out here. You don't have a footprint. In order to get a bigger footprint, you need to put yourself in front of more customers. In order to do that, you got to do smaller moves.
Yes. And I did see some people talk about digital marketing. So, like, I do run some digital marketing. By some, I mean I'm running them daily. But clearly, if I'm here, there's something else that's missing, right? And if I'm talking about things like flyers and stuff like that, there's still something that's missing on the marketing
Get
side.
your trucks wrapped too, bro. You need to get your trucks wrapped. All that money you spending on offices and shit, man, go over off of Grand,
Yeah.
Chi-Town Wraps, right off of Grand and Homan, in sight. Right there, Grand and Homan. That's where all my trucks got wrapped. He gonna charge you now. You got 26 foot. It's gonna be about a nickel.
Okay.
100%.
That's
Full
fair.
wrap all the way around. All the way around.
That's fair.
So he might be more now. So I'm just telling you what it was. So it might be more now. So, but you need 100% wrap. The attic up front,
Yeah.
both side walls in the back. Come up with an image. Got to be something cool, something fly. Make sure you come up with a slogan. Make sure your colorway pop. Obviously, you can't use yellow. Move-tastic, use yellow. Wally already got orange. Easy Movers already got pink. So you need to figure something else, some out, and come up with a flash slogan. And if you put a family or something on there, whatever graphics, just keeping a buck with you, do the mixed family thing. Make the
Yes.
people look mixed. Don't go all black, but then don't go all white. You got to get the stock image. He'll pull the stock image for you. Say, look, can you run some graphics for me? He'll do it for you, right? And tell him that you want, if he uses a family to put on the truck, like maybe like a stock family with the boxes and shit, just say make it a mixed looking family. So the black chick, but you could tell her mama and daddy white. She got like hazel eyes and curly hair and shit like that. And then the husband, he kind of looked kind of goofy looking. And he was mixed, and then they got the goofy looking kids and shit. But you 100% rap all the way around, bro. So that way, when you in the city, floating through the city, your truck is a moving billboard. And while it's parked, loading and unloading on these moves, it's still serving as that billboard.
Yes, I agree. I
If
agree.
you want
Yeah,
to
I was actually
pay extra,
I had
go ahead, bro.
I had it in mind to get it done this week actually, but because we got a couple of loads that we're delivering out of the state, that's
You
why
can,
we're not
bro,
doing that.
get slow. Wait till like December. Wait till January. December, January. Just run it over there. Make sure you take it to the truck wash. Get it clean
Yes.
real quick before you take it. Make sure you get a new good graphics. Tell him to help out with the graphics and take it over there and get him wrapped, bro. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So
I agree. I agree. I appreciate that. Yeah. Besides that, referrals or everything, I agree to that too. So yeah, I think the foundation needs to be reworked. Um, but
you
I
need
do see.
scratch. Yeah, everything need to be reworked, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's that's exciting. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. So I'll reach out. Is it okay if I email you, or do I just you want me to just go to the Discord directly? How do I?
Now you can email me, but I may not respond. Now I ain't gonna hold you. I get a lot of emails. People be asking me for help, and I don't respond to everything because I just don't have the resources, bro. So this is how we do it. You can
Bro, you
catch
got an operations manager, man. Download the Discord, man.
you can catch me on
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Where do you get the operation manager from that's
He
making
trying to be
$5
somebody
anyway?
that he bigger than what he is. I don't understand it. I don't understand why people want to be just my operator.
Operation manager go crazy.
It
Gonna
was
lie.
to free up it was to free up my time because I was thinking of I have a couple of different business venture that I wanted to also hop in and join and do those things in parallel, and so it was just I don't have a lot of time in a day to do everything that I'm trying to accomplish, but then and
Well,
because of my attention being divided, that's why we're here now, right? So if I actually focused on the things that I need to, and as I'm talking about this now, I'm understanding this and realizing what I need to do. So I
what do you mean
need to
being divided?
focus back.
What you got going on?
Uh, on top of moving, so I'm doing moving. I'm doing OTR. On
You,
top of that, I'm also doing my IT stuff as
you,
well.
you
So I build.
what do you mean OT?
Sorry,
Over the road
over the road. Yeah,
with a whole nother
that's where
business?
the
Wait. Stop. OTR with what
yes.
trucks?
With the one of the 26 foot trucks that I have. Yeah, that's why I say there's a lot. That's why I say there's a lot. And that's where the operations manager came in because the operations manager had experience in the business prior to this. And when we met up, we talked about the experience. They showed me the experience that they had, and it was very appealing to me.
And
And so I,
they got you because you saying you struggling.
yeah,
They got you. Where they from? They
yeah.
from Chicago too?
They're from Addison, actually.
Black, white, Hispanic?
Hispanic.
Man, you green, bro. Yeah, you green. You a nice guy. But I can tell, hey, like,
Man, you green, bruh.
yeah, you green. That motherfucker came and sold you a dream and ain't sold you shit. Sold you a dream and ain't did shit for you. And
He
got
ain't from
Yeah,
here, Mark. You gotta cut him some
a
slack. He
piece
ain't
of your
from
cup.
here.
Man, but that go back
I,
to what I tell you. Motherfucker gonna see a motherfucking lick. They gonna go for it.
You say I'm from middle of Canada. Nah, man, I'm way past that. No, I did give her. Actually, I had like
Her?
I said, I have a business.
Her?
Yeah, it's a her.
It's a
It's a
her.
her. Yeah. Yes. She's got 20 years in the logistic industry. 28.
Well, why are you here
Yeah.
talking to me, big dog?
No, because clearly she's not doing it right. So I gave her 4 months. And then I was tracking her metrics and trying
Who
to
she work
see.
for? She's from Addison. She live in Addison. She work in Addison.
She lives in Addison.
What company she work for? AIT, T4. She gotta work for someone because AIT is out there in Itasca. So T-Force is in Addison. All that shit right over there. What company she
Right.
gotta work for a company and she must be freelancing with your ass, moonlighting with your ass.
No, she owned her own. She owned her own logistic company. Yeah, she was doing OTR,
Bro, get rid of
and
her. Tell her. You say, man, Big Mark say get rid of you.
you don't have to say that twice. That was already in plans because again, I looked up her performance in the last 4 months. The performance of barely anything. So, that was already in the plans.
Yeah,
So
that's a
yeah.
waste of time, bro. For
What you
what? She
what you gonna say
finessing
when
you,
you
boy.
fire
Your
her? What
ass,
you gonna
listen.
say?
Your ass, boy.
What do you mean by
Stop letting these people listen. Check this out, pimp. Stop letting these people play with you, boy. I'm telling you, it's cutthroat out here. Stop
yeah,
these employees, these people. You don't need none of that shit.
yeah,
Stop being this man. Listen, man. We gotta change your whole mindset, bro. Your whole mindset. You too nice.
yeah.
You
My
married.
brother said the same thing too.
Your brother said the same.
So yeah, he holds me accountable a lot of the times. A lot of times he holds me accountable. So
You married and shit.
and
Kids and shit. You got married? No.
both of us are. Yeah,
You got kids?
yeah. One.
So and then you running the truck OTR. So is the truck OTR right now?
Yes.
Where? So it's gone. It's over the road. You got to drive. Who's driving it? Who's the driver?
I have a driver dedicated for that specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
You
it's in Ohio. It's gonna be back here anytime between 1 and 2, and then we're picking up another load, and we're going back to Michigan, and then after Michigan, it's gonna come back. It's gonna be here for one day, and then it's gonna go back because the driver does he does 5 days on the road and then one day off. So
so you really only got one truck moving.
I'm only doing one truck moving. That's when my contract with Penske comes in. If I need more, they give me the smaller truck. But like you said, I need to make my truck work, not rent more. So yeah, yeah,
That's all you got for me, big dog. You gonna have to find me. You need help. You need a lot of like talking and coaching and shit. So,
yeah. My brother, watch, hold on. My brother wants to say something.
what's up, brother? My brother. My brother. What's going on?
Hey,
Hey, what's up,
what's
brother?
going on?
All right.
Yeah, hello guys. Here I am.
Okay, my man.
I've been telling him the same thing. I've been telling him the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to be yeah, you have to be tough with the guys,
Yeah.
and yeah, not letting. I mean, he's got a good heart. You know, he's got a good heart. And we came from a family where really like we respect people and we are very sociable. Like the community, I mean, we are from Africa. So please really help him because
But
yeah,
this
America here
this
people
Chicago.
are very
This
tough.
Chicago. It's Chicago.
I know it's
Chicago.
Chicago. I
Yeah.
know it's Chicago. Yeah, I know it's Chicago. You know, but like at the same time, and it's really hard to break a habit and the way how we grew up. So we still keeping like our I mean the things that we do, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like the way that how we grew up, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like the community, how we grew up versus like how Americans behave or how they act and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like community base. He built a business. He's got a good heart. He's trying to give back to the community. So that's why you see like
Hey,
you see like this tendency of like the love into it. He's
they get
got love into it. And
about
it's
you,
like
bro.
when he's talking about like even like showing rap and all that stuff, like
Mhm.
he's trying like give people a little bit of a bono, and people are taking advantage of him. Literally, that's like taking advantage of him. So that's what I have to say. But thank you so much for all the everything, like your time and stuff, and just helping him up, giving him the advice.
No
I
problem, man.
appreciate
No
it.
problem.
It goes to that,
No problem. No
So
problem. Yeah. So, and pardon, man, I'm gonna say this too.
yes, sir.
Like that nice guy stuff. Lead like no, no,
Yeah,
no.
we need to put it aside. I've been telling him, money is money. Hey, money is money because at the end of the day, okay, we're nice to the customers, almost like you're giving sometimes like you go up there and you do the move, and the customer like take advantage of you, and then you get out of there almost like with barely nothing. And I'm like that you in 2025, nobody's gonna give you a little bread of Subway.
Well,
Nobody's gonna give you that.
the one customer she should have got out of there with nothing. See that's the that's the thing. You got to know, you have to know when to you got
Are
to
you guys?
know when to be lenient, I should say, and then you need to know when you need to be firm. You know what I'm saying? Every situation is going to be different, and then the same thing with your employees. This is a tough market. I tell people this all the time. This is a tough market. And you have to have a level of ruthlessness in this market, especially when dealing with the people that you work with, customers too. All right. And then this is an industry that is very, you're it's a stigma on it, right? So it's a lot to deal with in this industry, and you have to have your ducks in a row. Uh, it's very lucrative, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, it's been very well. I've done very well in the moving industry. Um, but a lot of the things that I've done, a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to stomach. And I've talked about a lot. People have come up on the platform that have worked for me, told stories, and listening to you, I know some of the things I've had to do, you probably wouldn't do it. But, this is what it took. So I'm not gonna go into details. You'll have to go back and find some of that content and come in the Discord, to, get some of that information. But, you know, um, with everything that we said and we talked about that you need to change, I think the biggest thing you also need to change is your outlook and your mindset when it comes to this. You need to you need to get a little edgy about yourself, bro. I think you too nice.
I've been telling him that. I've been telling him that. I've been telling him that. So, like, I have a question also. Like, what about like charging like the stairs fees and all that? Because sometimes we go to places, man, it feels like because I'm trying also sometimes to help him, give him just like I'm coming. I want to hang out with him. I'll hang out, like try to see what the guys are doing. But like the stairs and stuff, like going all the way up is like climbing the Mount Himalaya. It's like I'm like, are you kidding me? Do we have to charge you for it, or
So,
it's just like
so
have to
I didn't
do
start
go?
charging people for stairs until years later. So like all my early initial years, even my early license years, I didn't charge people extra for third floors. So, third floors to third floors, it would still be the same charge. I started later on down it. During the pandemic, a third to a third would cost you $300 an hour, and people paid it. But most of the people that were paying it were repeat customers. So I wasn't selling $300 an hour from a third to a third or a third to a fourth to, a new customer. A lot of new customers, they would shop around. But in my early days, I wasn't upcharging customers for like long carries and third floors because I was building a consumer base. And
Okay.
at the beginning, you're gonna have to do things that a more tenured company probably would charge additional for, because you have to build your customer base. You can't come in charging a premium move and charging upcharges for third floor walk-ups when you don't have a customer base. What gets you a customer base is, one, competing from a price perspective against the competition. If I'm charging $300 an hour to a customer that's used me before is going to pay me $300 an hour for a third to a third, walk up a third to a fourth. Why? Because shit, we've been moving them for the past 10 years. Ain't never stole nothing, ain't never broke nothing, and they're comfortable with Mark's company coming in their house. They hire you, they not comfortable. They don't know you. They don't know what type of employees you got, right? So that nervousness that most people have when you got strangers coming into your house, they rather pay me, right? Because they know me already, they know the company, they know the guys. Some of these people request, hey, is Headley still working for you? Is Andre still working for you? Is KT still working for you? Is Rob still working? They'll request their previous guys. You see what I'm saying? So when you're trying to build a customer base, you can't do that. You're trying to get a customer. So if you charge $150 an hour for 3 guys and that customer tells you, yo, I'm moving from a third floor walk up in Andersonville to a third floor walk up in Bucktown or Wicker Park, $150 an hour. Even if you got to incentivize your guys more to do it because they complaining, then you take the hits. Fuck it. If you paying them $22 an hour and you say, fuck it, I'm gonna pay y'all $30 an hour. Now your cost is still is $90 an hour. You still making $60 an hour. You see what I'm saying? So I still even want to go up on the customer. Whatever hit I take, if I gotta incentivize my guys to motivate them to do that, then I'll take it on the back end. I'm still profitable, right? I'm already at 100% markup anyway. So if I gotta lower that 100% markup down a little bit, I'm still making $60 an hour. A third to a third, shit. Let's say from Wicker Park to Andersonville, just the commute is 30 minutes. So you're looking at a 3-hour load and a 3-hour unload. You're looking at about a 6-hour job. So even at 660, even at a net profit of hour is $60 an hour after labor costs plus $150 truck fee. What's that? 360 plus another $150? 460, what's that? 510 that you got coming in after labor cost. And that truck still got another, you can do another 6 hours worth of work. So now that truck gonna make over $1,000 that day. So
I have a question. Do you keep dibs on do you micromanage your workers, or do you how do you keep a dibs on them, knowing how many breaks do they take and stuff like that?
no breaks. Talking about how many breaks they take. Once that clock start, ain't
Smoking break, chewing gums breaks,
see,
and
that's what I'm
all
saying.
that nonsense.
Ain't none of that. What are you talking about? Customer paying $152, $250, $300 an hour, and ain't want to see you smoking. You talking about smoke?
Thank you. Thank you. Yep.
Smoke breaks. Ain't no
Mhm.
breaks.
There you go. I be telling him that I'm on the mindset. I'm like, you know what? We go like a military style. Boom, boom, boom. Get out. Go to the next job. Boom, boom, boom. Go get up. Go to the next
I
job.
already know
You
his
know.
don't
But
respect.
people they wanna chew. They wanna chew. No, 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 chew and
I already know his.
smoking.
Yeah, I already know his people. I said it. I mentioned it earlier. I already know it. Ain't man left a bed? What? Man, they would have went back and got that bed. They would have never told me they left that bed. You know how I'm coming. Smoke break. What? You crazy.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, yeah, smoke break. Oh, it's lunchtime, and we get no, literally, we go to the customer
Lunchtime.
place because hey,
Crazy.
Lunchtime is in
this time, oh,
between jobs. And on your way from the first job to your second job, whatever is
thank
along
you,
the way. Jimmy John,
thank you, thank
gas
you,
station.
thank you. I be telling him about it, and it's like it's so ridiculous. Like, okay, lunch break, toilet break, bathroom breaks, and then cigarette breaks, or they have to smoky break. And I'm like, how many breaks do you guys need? You know?
No breaks.
It's almost like dealing with a kindergarten kid.
Kids,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kindergarten kid. Oh, I gotta go pee pee. Oh, I gotta go pee pee. Oh, I gotta go pee pee.
Well, ain't no breaks, bro. When the customer paying you about an hour, bro, listen,
Yeah, do it.
listen, like I've been on jobs, even my last 3 years during the pandemic, I had to come back out. I remember this job was 9 hours. I had 3 moves that day. One of the guys that was on the route with me called off, so I was stuck with a new guy. And it was one of them days from hell. I had 3 moves. The first move took me 9 hours. I still had 2 more moves to do. I didn't take a break. Them 9 hours, I was constantly moving. Them motherfuckers didn't even offer no water. Like any guys that I've ever had throughout all my years would tell you, no, once the job started. You better have. So this is what you do. You go to Walmart, you get a cooler for every truck. You keep it stocked with water. You keep it stocked with Powerade. You keep it stocked with Gatorade. It's up to them to bring a little, some little tuna packs, some little dollar tuna packs that you get from Walmart, some crackers, and they can snack along the way. But you might get a customer that might, one of them long moves that may order Jimmy John's, order a pizza, and they'll be like, no, you guys stop. You guys have been working. Don't worry about the clock. Eat. You're going to get those customers. Most customers ain't going to be like that. If you a customer and you're paying $200 an hour, move, nigga, move. Beat them feet. I want to see them feet beating that concrete. I don't give a fuck. Because this is what I always tell people. You got to look at shit from the other side of the equation. The customer don't have to be nice to you when they paying you $200 fucking dollars an hour or $170 an hour. You got some that'll be like, look, I just ordered pizza. I just ordered sandwiches. They'll even take your order. You like turkey? What you like? Italian? The food to come? Listen, stop. We can't stop. Don't worry about the clock. Stop and eat. I can't sit here and y'all been working 6 hours. Y'all ain't stopped. Y'all can take a 30-minute. I'm going to pay for the 30 minutes. Please eat. You got those customers, but majority of them not, bro. They don't care because they paying. And if they paying, then you working. And if your workers is telling you otherwise, then you need to find some new workers. You need to pull up. You need to work with them. They need to see the type of work you do, and this is the standard they need to match up to. And you need to be on that, man. What you doing? And then guess what? You can't be scared to stand on that shit with your workers and fear that they're gonna walk off the job. They walk off the job, then you got to step up and fill that slot. The moment they know that the moment they feel that they know that you need them is the moment you lost your company.
Yeah, thank you.
They should never feel like you need them, even when you do. Because the moment they know you need them, more than they need you, was the moment you lost your company. That's the moment you lost control. You dealing with a different type of individual moving. You dealing with street people, bro. And this is Chicago. You ain't like they gonna smile in your face, but nigga, on the way back to the crib, use all type of goofy motherfuckers in Spanish.
Yeah, they are just here for the paycheck, pretty much.
For the
Yep.
paycheck. They don't give two fucks about you. This ain't
Yep.
tech. This ain't those types of industries where where that level of rapport is more. No, bro. That shit is all fake. These are street guys. More than likely. And if they not street guys, then they probably, when he said they wasn't migrants, so they probably, if they from Six Corners, so they up from like over off of Irving Park, maybe Belmont, Cragen, over in that area somewhere. Then them young guys, they got tattoos and shit
Uh, I mean arms, yeah,
on their arms. You got
yeah,
uniforms. They wear
yeah,
uniforms.
yeah.
When they
Yeah.
not wearing
Hmm.
uniforms, what color? They wear a lot of gold, a lot of red, little gold. You see any crowns tattooed on them? Any 5-point
No,
stars? Any 6-point stars?
no, none of that.
Little,
They're not
they like the
affiliated.
pirates jackets, Pittsburgh Pirates.
No,
None of
no,
that. No,
no, no,
What
no, 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 no.
do they do? Do they do that a lot? Do they say Almighty?
no,
You don't hear none of that.
no.
No.
They're nothing like that. Like they're from the street, but they're not like involved in the streets or anything like that. So
They from the street, but I'm just trying to figure out what to, because
yeah.
so yeah, so
So
yeah, man.
how do you go about like choosing the right worker? I mean, you go about selecting the right worker and then the good people like with like a good select a good man,
Intentions.
yeah, intention and good mindset, you know, because it's really hard to find the people because as soon as they get here, all of a sudden they see the opportunity and they change a few weeks and they start feeling comfortable and then you try to treat people with respect, try to treat people in a way like they feel like it's almost like we're trying to create a family based
Business.
company, you know but at the same time I don't know, like it's like almost like you cannot really change a whole dog
So
out to bark.
I was able to
Yeah.
build my shit, bro. I started with what I had in my community. Now I understand y'all come from a different country. When y'all came here, y'all were out in the suburbs. I'm from the city, right? So I was able to utilize people from the community that just didn't have nothing going on. So because of me using people in the city that had nothing going on, I was giving them an opportunity. Right now, these individuals that do this type of work, this is the type of individuals. Uh, but because of my background and my people in the neighborhood, there was a level of responsibility to do the right thing. But then, listen, if you didn't do the right thing, then there was going to be some repercussions that was going to be behind that as well too, right? Now I know y'all don't have that type of uh resource and affiliations and grew up with certain people. So, it may be a little bit difficult because I was bringing people in and the only people that I would bring in was people that were referred from people that were already in. So there was already a base of people from the neighborhood. So now this is the core base. These are the people from the neighborhood. These are the people that are going to surround, more than likely in most cases, do the right thing, right? Because we all come from the same area. Now, everybody else was referred from people from within that inner nucleus circle. Now, these people's responsibility is to make sure they stand on business because these are the people that they refer. Now, I might have not known these outer layer of people, but they referred from people from the inner layer. So they weren't going to get outside their body because these people was going to stand on business for them. You see what I'm saying? So I never really had to deal with at the beginning and even throughout the course, I never really, a handful of people, out of all the people I've had over all the years, rarely came in and just hired off the street. It was always, Man, Mark, I got somebody on work. Mark, I got somebody on work. Mark, my brother just got out, man. He need to work. Mark, my brother just got out. He need to work. It was always a referral base. You need to keep siphoning through people until you find somebody that really, 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 really wants to. See, the thing about a team leader and moving is a motherfucker who gonna stand on business as much as possible.
Yeah.
I told a story yesterday on the live stream about a guy who, it was lit on the live stream yesterday, who they were on the move and the guy head ball, it was just one of them days it was frustrating, and he ended up just on some goofy shit, knocked off a goddamn it meter, the little cover thing on the meter. It was poking out. It was a tight gangway, and my team lead on that truck, Dre, he called to the office. He said, "Man, he not getting on this truck no more." I just literally told this story yesterday. He said he ain't getting on the truck. Now this is the team lead for that truck. I'm not finna step on his toes because everybody on the truck scared of him. You see what I'm saying? So he ain't getting on. I hear him arguing. They going back and forth. Man, this nigga finna get on the red line. We finna go do this next job. This job is done. We got one more to move. Listen. They did the third job short one man because he wouldn't let him back on the truck. That's the type of leaders you need. Motherfucker who gonna stand on business and willing to still finish the day short-handed if need be. This is a person that know how to communicate with the customer, know how to communicate with the other people, know how to keep everybody in line out there. Not gonna be 100% like you, but somebody you could trust because they value the job, they value you. Right now, this person came from the neighborhood. That one person, so he it was like vested interest. He knew he had to do the right thing because I mean, you wouldn't understand, but anyway, he had a duty to ensure that the truck he was on, the people that was on his truck did the right thing, right? And if he had to put somebody off or reprimand somebody and stand on it and then be shorthanded the rest of the day, then so be it. So, you don't need a team lead that is a team lead but still fraternizing with the other two guys on the truck. Let me tell you something else
Thank you.
do on the truck. It's them against you. Just because he's the team lead don't mean if they smoking weed on the truck, he's smoking weed too.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna tell you because he hitting his shit too. It's them versus you. Even the motherfucker you think the coolest with you ain't with you. They don't know you. You didn't come up with them. So,
Yeah, because
huh?
sorry, we notice like when the usually when the Glow usually send them around and to do the jobs, sometimes they'll have like maybe three jobs to do, and then they'll end up maybe coming in short, and then come up short, and they're not able to finish the third job. And then when I come around, they just like to as a reinforcement, like as a reinforcement, like the following day or whatever, things is getting done. And I'm like, so why they couldn't do it the previous
Before.
day, the previous day. You know what I mean? So it's just like because of all these breaks. I don't know. I cannot really be Frank Lucas walking around here and then if somebody messed up and you know what I mean? So
Yeah, you they don't respect you. I said that earlier without even all this information I could tell. You just need to stand on business
Yeah,
more. So
yeah.
it may require you, it may push a couple people away, but you can't let nobody take control, The moment they show the moment they feel like you need them and they know it, you lost your company, bro. Listen, I don't even want to get into. I've told stories about just dealing with people in this industry in Chicago. You know, I've had an employee called up a couple years ago. You know, he talked about how ruthless I was. You know what I'm saying? We went upside people's heads, dog. Like this is what it took at that time dealing with the type of people that you need to do this type of work. It's unfortunate, but these aren't people that do this type of work that have a business mindset, a professional mindset. Any opportunity they can take to take advantage, they will. If that makes any sense.
Yep.
So I gotta get him, bro. He been waiting patiently. I know you called up first. He called up. He actually called up and then dropped down. You called up, so it go in order. So I gotta get him.
And thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I'll definitely be in the Discord tomorrow for sure. And then we can schedule something based on your availability. But thank you for taking me in, and I appreciate you. And Ty, I got you, man. I got you with the quarter. I promise. I got you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Later.
Yeah, thank you so much. Huh? I appreciate it.
Later.
All right, cheers.